If you have ever thought to yourself, ugh, I wish somebody could take a look at my Instagram and tell me exactly what I need to fix so that I could see better results, keep on watching. The number one question that I get asked in my DMs and emails are messages from people saying,
"Hey Millie, if you have a quick second, can you take a look at my Instagram and tell me what I can improve on?"
and I used to reply to all of those with feedback, but it got to the point where every time I would give an audit, I found myself actually saying the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. My process for giving Instagram audits is basically the same. I look for the same things and I typically give feedback on the same things. So that's why I wanted to make this video. I want to give you the knowledge for how to give yourself an Instagram audit. Because honestly, you are capable of doing it yourself. You just need to learn how to do it. Let's break this audit process down into 3 simple phases or questions that you could ask yourself. Question 1, are you providing clarity on somebody's first impression of you? Question 2, what are you doing to convince someone to actually follow you? And question 3, are you making good content? So pull out your phone, pull out your Instagram page, and let's start this audit together. Starting with phase 1, are you providing clarity on somebody's first impression of you? Before somebody even lands on your profile, what is the first thing that they will see? Your profile photo and your username. So when I'm giving an audit, I typically look at those 2 things first and how they're working together to provide clarity on what your brand is. Looking at your Instagram right now, here's some questions to ask yourself. Is your username easy to spell, easy to understand, and does it make sense with your brand? The does it make sense with your brand question is optional. For example, my handle is It's Modern Millie. That's just my brand. I'm not like social media tips with Millie. You could lean into your niche or niche, whatever you want to call it, with your username. So if you're in the fashion industry or niche, you could do a handle like Styled by Katie. And if you don't want to lean into your niche with your username, that's totally fine. Just make sure that your username is easy to read, easy to spell. There's not too many punctuations. It's not like, oh, mine used to be modern with 2 N's dot Millie with 2 E's. And like, whenever somebody be like, oh, what's your Instagram? I'd have to be like, oh, it's modern with 2 N's dot. If it's hard to explain and takes way too long to like explain the punctuation or how many letters, it's Millie with 3 E's at the end. Like, no, keep it simple. Is it simple? Is it clear? Easy to understand. I'm assuming that I'm talking to like aspiring content creators, aspiring influencers, anybody who wants to be the face of their personal brand. So if you want to be the face of your personal brand, your face has got to be in your profile photo. That's just a non-negotiable. Extra bonus points if your profile photo also relates to the industry that you're in. So again, if you're doing fashion, how can you implement fashion with your profile photo? Maybe it's a picture, full body shot, you against a wall, orange background, and then you have like nice contrasting white, teal colors, flowy skirt, and you're throwing the skirt and you're like, ha ha ha, smiling at the camera, right? That kind of ties together the Styled by Katie and the profile photo together. If somebody just were to see the profile photo username combo, they're like, I know exactly who this person is about. If I'm interested in fashion, I am clicking and looking at her profile. So ask yourself, how can you make your profile photo and your username work together to explain your brand or better communicate what you post? Some mistakes that I see in profile photos is like using Snapchat filters or very intense Instagram filters where it modifies how you look. We want it to be as natural as possible with as much natural light as possible. Once you feel confident in your profile photo username combo, let's move on to the next phase. Phase number 2, what are you doing to convince people to follow you? Are you convincing people to follow you specifically with your bio? So let's take a look at our bios together. I feel like there are kind of 3 sections to your bio. You have the bold part on top, the main bio section, and the link that is in your bio. The bold part, this is what I call the nameplate. I don't know if that's the actual term for it or if I just made that up, but the bold part of your bio, that's your nameplate. This part of your bio is so important because it is actually the most search friendly on Instagram. So let's take a look at it. In the bold part, do you have a search phrase that you want people to discover you with? Let me explain. What do you want to be known for? How do you want people to follow you? How do you want people to find you? What do you kind of like identify yourself as. We're gonna do a few examples together, but I'm just gonna keep it simple using myself as the example, and then we'll do other examples. For me, in the bold part of my bio, I want to put in a phrase that I know my target audience is looking for on Instagram. So I'm gonna get in their brain and I'm gonna be like, okay, if somebody is like trying to grow on Instagram right now, what would they type into the search to find an account that helps them grow on Instagram? They're probably typing Instagram tips, Instagram coach, or social media tips, content creator coach. So I'm asking myself, what are they typing in to find accounts like that? That's the phrase that you want to be using in the bold part of your bio. Go and test this on Instagram right now. Go to Instagram, go to search, type in anything like tattoo artist or nutrition tips, right? Type in a phrase of like trying to find a content creator in a specific industry, and you will notice all the results, the people that are in the results, they use that phrase in the bold part of their bio. So that's why putting that searchable phrase is so important. So check yours. Does it have a phrase that people can discover you by? If not, you got to add it. Now, something to note with this bold part of your bio, your nameplate, pretty sure you can only update it like once or twice every 14 days. So don't just like type something, save, and then think, and then type something, save. Let's brainstorm, be intentional before you update it, do some research, write down a few ideas, pick one that you think your audience is searching for the most, and then throw it in there and save. If you've learned something new so far, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. And if you've learned 2 new things by the end of this video and you're not already subscribed to my channel, what are you doing? What are you doing? You could maybe subscribe to my channel because that's a free way to support my business, this channel, and it helps me continue to create weekly free content like this for you. Okay, jumping to like the main section of the bio. It's not the bold part. It's like the 160, 150 characters part. This is probably the most common mistake that I see people make with their bio. If your goal is growth and you want people to follow you, you want to grow fast, your bio is not going to be about you, at least in the beginning, right? It's not going to say mom of 3, married to Bobby, 2 dogs, motherhood content. That's not your bio. If your bio looks like that, skirt erase. We're starting from scratch, okay? Your bio is not about you. Your bio is actually an opportunity for you to tell your target audience why they should follow you. You are explaining to them, hey, this is the value that you will get if you choose to follow me, because I provide this sort of value on this page. You're gonna wanna follow, because if you don't, you're gonna miss out. You wanna create that FOMO. Show them what they'd be missing out on if they didn't follow you. So let's take a look at a few bios that we can learn from. Now, I do want to say, I don't offer audits. If you're watching this video, you're like, wow, this is so great, Millie. I want you to give me an audit. I actually don't offer any audits on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, unless it's to my students that are in my course, the BSP model. If you're an aspiring content creator or influencer and you're looking to grow organically on social media and learn how to make money while doing it, that's what the BSP model is for. So it's actually a course bundle of multiple courses that is structured in a 3-part framework in order from A to Z so that you can develop your brand, grow organically on social media, and make money while doing it. So the examples that we're gonna look at today, they're from my students, the people who I work with every day, Monday through Friday in Slack. We have a great Slack community, so these are the students that I just want to show some examples of befores and afters, telling you what I would do if I had to make some changes around. So yeah, don't ask me for an Instagram audit. I save that for only my students who have gone through the course, implemented the steps that I've taught, and they're like, okay, I've implemented everything, let's up level. How can I improve from here? That's where my audit energy is focused. So let's look at some examples for bios that we can restructure together. This bio, let's say this is Sammy. Her bio right now says wife to Bobby, mom of 2, laughing and learning through adulthood, couple humor, family vlog, relatable content. If you came across this bio, would you be inclined to press the follow button? Do you know what you're getting if you press the follow? Or are you just thinking, oh, she is a wife, she's a mom of 2, I don't know how that. When I stumble across this bio, this looks more like I stumbled upon a personal user's Instagram and not so much like a content creator couple that I should follow to get funny, relatable humor type videos. That's not the vibe that I'm getting. So we want to restructure this bio. Nameplate. We want to put Sammy and Bobby line couple humor or couple content, parent content, Whatever you think your target audience is searching for, put that in the nameplate. But we want to combine Sammy and Bobby so that it's clear, okay, this is a couple's creators account. Next, we're going to get rid of wife to Bobby, mom of two, laughing and learning through adulthood. Instead, we want to craft the bio to communicate to the audience, hey, this is what I'm going to bring to you if you press follow. So here's an example transformation that I would put in the bio. Sharing the funny and relatable moments of marriage and parenthood, here to brighten your day. Laugh and learn with us through adulthood. So this is like, hey, we share relatable content. We're here just to like have fun, brighten your day. And it says laugh and learn with us through adulthood. It sounds like now that they're creating more of a community instead of like, this is about me, my life, blah, blah, blah. It's like, no, this is about us and the community that we're building with our content. Let's do one more example together from another one of my students. In the nameplate right now, we have the doctor's name, and then the bio says GP Fellowship of Dermatology, owner of the Mar Clinic, creator of M&M Skincare, helping you get younger and healthier looking skin. So first thing that we want to do is add that search phrase into the bold part of their bio. Whatever it is her audience is looking for, maybe that's skincare tips, dermatology, clear skin, whatever that phrase is, add it to the bold part. And then I really like the fourth bullet point, helping you get younger and healthier looking skin. That is super important because she's talking to the value that somebody will get if they press follow. So I would actually move that to the top of the bio, and then she could leave her certification. So GP Fellowship of Dermatology. And then I would say it's optional for her to leave the name of her businesses. Something that I would do and recommend for everybody to do is leave enough space where you can add a call to action to the link in your bio. So for her, I would remove either the owner or the creator of MM Skincare. I would remove one of those lines because those could actually probably be a highlight of skincare recommendations, so those could probably go to the highlights section, but I do want to leave space for her to say shop skincare below. That way people know exactly what the link is on her profile and it's like clear shop skincare discount code sale 10, right? Some sort of very clear call to action telling people, hey, this is what you get with the link in my bio. So let's rewind, recap what we're learning about our bio. Take a look at it. Bold part. Does it have the search friendly phrase? Regular part of the bio, the non-bold part of the bio. Does it have these two things? Is it telling people why they should follow you? And is it directing people to your link in bio? Those are the two things your bio needs to have. Then we have 3, the link. Let's talk about link options. I would love if every content creator, every influencer, every whomever entrepreneur that is growing on social media have a freebie, some sort of free offer that you could give to your people completely for free in exchange for their email address so that you can grow your email list. I know a lot of people want to skip this step or they're like, oh, I don't need an email list, but believe me, you do. Because Instagram blacks out like once a month, right? So you can watch this video up here to learn how to like create a freebie and start an email list in less than 24 hours. It's very, very simple, broken down tutorial here. So have a link with your freebie, give the clear call to action. My bio would look something like bold part, Millie Adrian, content creator tips, regular part, teaching creators how to actually grow on social media through organic growth strategies and make money while doing it. That's the value that I bring. Yeah, it's about what I do, but it's not like, I'm Millie from San Diego, no, value. And then call to action, plan out your next 4 month of content, free workshop with the arrow pointing to my free workshop. That, my dear friends, is a chef's kiss great bio. If you're somebody who needs help crafting your bio, what I'd recommend doing is write your bio down in the comments below and we could give feedback to each other. Let's all give feedback to each other. I'll do my best to reply to these comments as well and help give you feedback, but let's start working with each other, helping each other grow. Comment your bio down below or what you have so far, maybe your Instagram handle as well, and we could help each other, giving each other tips, growing on Instagram. Let's make this a fun, supportive, interactive place in the comments. Moving on to phase 3, Are you making good content? Good content. What the heck is good content? Honestly, that is subjective. The answer is going to mean different things for different people. So let me just tell you what I look at when I'm doing an Instagram audit. The first thing that I look at is, are you posting in alignment with your goals? Are you? Are you? If your goal is to grow on Instagram very rapidly, I want to be seeing you posting reels all the ding dong day. Okay, maybe not every day, whatever's realistic for you, but I need to see you post reels. If you're like,
Oh, Millie, I'm not growing. Can you take a look at my Instagram and tell me like why I'm not growing?
and I look on your Instagram and you're not posting reels, you're posting photos or carousels, that's why. You're not posting in alignment with your goals, okay? So that's the first question to ask yourself. Am I creating content that's gonna reach new people? The Reels algorithm was created to help you reach a new audience. That's the only piece of content where the algorithm promotes reaching a new audience. So you gotta make reels. The next thing that I want you to ask yourself is, how many reps are you getting in? I cannot tell you how many people have come up to me and be like, hey, can you take a look at my Instagram? Tell me what I'm doing wrong. Why am I not growing? I go to their Instagram and they literally have 10 pieces of content posted. 10, 15 maybe, right? It's not that you're doing anything wrong. You're not doing anything wrong. You just haven't gotten all the reps in yet. I want to see people who are like hungry to get better with their content and they've been posting and they're like, man, I've been doing this thing for months. This is my content journey. Take a look and help me here. That's what I want to look through and be like, ooh, yeah, you've been consistent. You've been posting, maybe it's 3 times a week for the past 4 or 5 months. Let's analyze that, because the more you're posting, one, the better you're going to get. It doesn't mean you have to post every day. It just means doing the cycle of creating, posting, and analyzing that content. The more you do that, the better you're going to get. But also, two, the more you post, the more data you get. If you have 100 reels up, that is so much valuable information of like, okay, what's working, what isn't working, what shifts can I make? So the more you post, you actually give yourself more information of like, what do I need to do to improve my reach and get more people to see my videos, like my videos, follow me? Which naturally leads to another question to ask yourself: how often are you posting? Now, I am pro mental health awareness, taking care of your mental health, your energy, protecting yourself, making sure you're not getting burnt out. I am somebody that has gotten burnt out to the extent of ending up in the hospital and being back and forth in the hospital for 3 months, being like, what's wrong with me? And really, I was just stressed and it was burnt out from posting all the time. So I am an advocate for finding a posting rhythm that works for you and your current lifestyle or season of life right now, whether that's 2 times a week, whether that's 3 times a week. If you could do every day, great. But what it comes down to, how often are you posting and are you consistent with it? Because there have been times where I give an audit. They're like, tell me what I need to improve on. So I go to their profile and I'm like, cool, there's some videos here. Let me scroll through. And I scroll through and there's like 4 videos from this month and the rest are like 6 months old. I don't have current information and current data to pull from to tell them what they need to do to improve. If anything, they need to post more, so then I could give feedback on that. So if you're not consistent with your schedule, whatever that schedule is for you, and you're not growing, maybe you're not doing anything wrong with your content. Maybe it's just you're not consistent. Therefore, the followers aren't consistent either. And of course, when it comes to like, are you making good content? It comes down to like, do you have good videos? Which again, subjective, that's gonna mean something different for different people. But are you being intentional when you create? Have you done research to know what your audience wants? Did you use a hook that will capture somebody's attention? Or are you just like,
Well, I need a post, so I'm just gonna use this photo in my photo album, slap some inspirational quote and post it.
you want to ask yourself, what are you doing to make effort in making what good content looks like for you? A lot of the reels that I look at when I'm giving feedback and audits don't have a strong hook. And I think having a strong hook for your content is super important to get somebody to watch the entire video. A hook is the first 3 seconds of the video It can be what text is popping up on the screen. What is the shot? What is the video shot? Is there movement? Is it bright colors? What are you doing in the first 3 seconds to get somebody to stop scrolling and watch your entire video? If hooks is something that you struggle with, I do have a downloadable that you can use. It's 50 Reels hooks that you can use to increase your engagement. I love the 50 Reels hooks product. It's a pay what you want product, so you could just pay $1 if you want, or if you're like,
wow, this is really cool, I'm gonna pay $5.
You pay $5, so it's a pay what you want. I have the downloadable down below, so I'll be sure to link it, but it's 50 hooks that you can use in your Instagram Reels to stop the scroll, grab attention, and increase your views. So those are the general things that I look for when giving somebody an audit, and now you can take a step back, look at your Instagram, be unbiased for a second, and give yourself a free Instagram audit. Now, if you're like, okay, this is great, I feel like I got a good audit going, what are the next steps, like actionable steps that I could take to grow my Instagram? I definitely recommend watching this video next. This is a breakdown of everything that I would do if I had to start from zero on Instagram today to grow really fast. So watch this video next to make sure you have a good game plan in place and you're taking clear actions to get to your goals. All right, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Follow your joy. Bye.